Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be giving my first impression on a new release from one of my favorite houses lately. I have been loving their recent releases so much, and to my surprise, I received this in the mail. The Seven Virtues sent this over to me, and this is called Candied Lychee. I'm so excited to share my thoughts on this fragrance with you guys, and if you're curious to see what I think about this new release from the Seven Virtues, just keep on watching. So I hope that you guys are doing great today. I'm going to be sharing my first impressions and thoughts on the latest release from the Seven Virtues, and that is Candied Lychee. Thank you so much to the Seven Virtues for sending this fragrance over. I was not expecting it. Honestly, when I received it in the mail, it was like this really big surprise, and I definitely sprayed it right there on the spot. So I'm going to read a little bit on what they sent about this fragrance. So this is going to be exclusive at Sephora. I believe it is going to be released on August 30th, which that is tomorrow. I am filming this on the 29th. So this fragrance is still not on Fragrantica, so I'm not sure if only the notes that they are including are the notes that are in the fragrance, but it says here, indulge in a burst of sweet delight with sugared lychee and vanilla, highlighted by a heart note of peony, sustainably sourced geranium, and a base of crystal amber. So this definitely says more notes than what is on Sephora right now. And also a playful hint of jelly bean makes this fruity floral a sweet treat for the senses. Now they're claiming that this fragrance lasts 24 hours and lingers for 72. So the Seven Virtues is a clean fragrance brand, and I'm usually a big fan of a lot of their releases. I will say the cherry one was not for me, and I haven't tried a few of them, but Vanilla Woods, Amber Vanilla are absolutely beautiful. I really love those, as well as Coconut Sun, which is one of my favorite summer fragrances. And now we have Candied Lychee, which here is the beautiful, I mean, this packaging just alone is just gorgeous. And the bottle is also really beautiful. I love what they chose to do with the bottle. This does have my favorite floral, which is peony, one of my favorite florals that actually doesn't bother me. To my nose, it usually has like almost a sweet scent along with that floral touch in a fragrance. But when I saw the lychee, you guys know I don't have the best history with lychee. I got rid of a bunch of fragrances with lychee back at some point because it was smelling very tart and sour on my skin, and I just did not like it. And that was mainly in Puerto Rico. I will say since I moved here, I have tried more perfumes that have lychee in them, and I've loved a lot of them. As soon as I got this package, I took it out and I sprayed it on my hand, and when I tell you this was like a burst of brightness, it was like this sweetness but also had like a tart touch to it, but not sour, not too sharp. It is just a gorgeous perfume. And it reminds me, oh, this is so, when I tell you this is a fragrance that I'm going to be using, I'm going to be adding this on my perfume tray. I will say that when I smell this, the first thing that comes to my mind is kind of like spring and just like beautiful florals and that type of vibe. So to me, this will be amazing during springtime. But now going into fall, this is really nice if you want to get a little break from your gourmands and you want something that's a little more girly, more bubbly, flirty. It is so bright, and that's like the first thing that I thought about it, was just how flirty and bright and just kind of like energetic. It makes me think of like the color pink. I wrote in my notes that this is a girly explosion. It's super flirty, and when I smell this, I thought that this is what Kayali's Sparkling Lychee, I think it's called, was going to be like. That one turned out to be a little more, it makes me think of like a juice, like a sweet juice. This one, literally, I can feel like that sparkling lychee in there. Not too much. It's not juvenile at all. It smells so good. It smells pretty strong too. I don't think that I would have to do too many sprays with this one. I will say I did do an overnight test and it did not last as long as it claims. It does claim to last 24 hours, but then again, fragrances on me don't really last a long time. Only a few fragrances can last a really long time. So it did linger onto my PJs though, and it did smell so good when I wore it to bed. It also makes me think of Clean Reserve Sparkling Sugar Kayali Eden. Not that they smell the same, but kind of like that same vibe. Kayali Sparkling Lychee, Burberry Her, the EDT, and also Burberry Her. Like, it kind of gives me a similarity to that. So if you like Burberry Her, you would probably really like this one. It's just instead of strawberries and berries, it's more of like a lychee touch in here. It also made me think a little bit of Giorgio Armani Si Passione, which is also a very flirty, sexy floral. So if those are your types of fragrances, this is one to look into because it smells so good. So they say that there is a jelly bean note in here, and I can totally, when you first spray it, you can totally smell that. It doesn't stay the whole time, but there is like this candy sweet jelly bean scent. I also kind of smelled a little bit of like a pink rose in here, but maybe that's just the peony that's doing that. I do smell very delicate feminine florals. It's just a very playful, flirty, something that you can wear every day. You can definitely wear this year round, but I would actually prefer this one for spring and summer. But I'm definitely going to be wearing it in September. I'm going to add this to my perfume tray so that I can review it further next month. So this one, in my opinion, feels kind of like a crowd pleaser. I feel like a lot of people will enjoy this one, and I can't wait to see what everyone thinks about it. But for me, it is a win. I think it's beautiful. I give it about a 9 out of 10. There's really nothing to dislike about it because it just feels like a fragrance that you can spray on, and it just smells so feminine and girly and beautiful. They did an amazing job. So lately, all of their releases have been hits for me. I'm excited to see what else they are going to do in the future. So I did write that it is sweet but also tart at the same time, and it is done right. It's not too sour, it's not too much. I also noticed it's pretty loud when you first spray it, but it doesn't give me a headache, and it doesn't stay that way. It's kind of like strong when it first goes on, but then it kind of settles to a more softer floral. It's so pretty, it's so girly, and if you love fruity florals, this is going to be right up your alley. This is definitely a bubbly, happy, girly, bright, but at the same time, it has like a delicate touch in it, and also pretty because of those florals that are in it. I'm so happy that I can add this one to my collection. I cannot wait to give you guys updates on this. So I cannot wait to hear your thoughts. Comment down below what you think of this fragrance when you do try it, if you picked it up or if you're planning on picking it up. And if you're curious, I hope that they will have this at Sephora so that you can smell it in store. But they did put on here that it is exclusive to Sephora, so hopefully they will have a tester in store for you guys to try. It is Amy Glam approved. I like it, and I'm very excited to start wearing it some more next month. So once again, thank you so much to the 7 Virtues for sending this over. And with that said, that's going to be it from me today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this quick review. Let me know your thoughts on this one. Give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video.
Aquí el calor es diferente, el sol está ahí, no, ey, la capital del perreo, ahora todos quieren ser latinos, no, ey, pero le falta sazón.